Hello, my name's Austin. I am from San Diego, California, and I am going to answer some questions about what it's like being a part of the gay community in America during this very interesting time. The past, actually a week from today, um, was the presidential election, and just 2016 in general has been quite the roller coaster. So, what do I think is the current running issue within the gay community? My answer to that actually is really different if I was asked that a week ago. Right now, I think the issue is what we do from here. What do we do now that we have a president-elect who I don't consider on our side. And more importantly, we now have a vice president who is very well known for not being LGBTQ friendly. So, um, I know there's a question more on that later, but that's sort of our issue right now is what do we do and how do we go on from here? What is an issue that I feel is most undermined in our community? I think that we need more focus on intersectionality. There are lots of people in the gay community who have multiple identities, whether that be queer and black, or queer and Muslim, or a queer woman. These are all minorities within our LGBT community, and they're minorities within this minority, and it's not recognized enough. And America has a ton of white people in our country, obviously, and so I think that there's still, just because we're gay or just because we're bisexual does not mean that we don't have internalized racism or within us. And so I think that needs to be addressed, because there are so many issues within the white gay community, things that me as a white male are not aware of, and to bring awareness and bring that to surface is really important. Okay, so focusing on recent events, what do I feel the gay community needs to focus on together now? Really, I think it's just that. I think it's just staying together and sticking together, and being with like-minded people who want us to not only succeed, but just have basic human rights. Um, yeah. Um, that's really all I can think about. I remember the morning after our president-elect Donald Trump was official. I remember feeling like I just wanted to cuddle up in a ball and stay there for for 4 years and not come out. But I knew that wasn't where I was meant to be, and I knew that that's not where I should be. I should be out there and I should be fighting, and that's really important. And so I think the more of us out there doing that, the more of us that are not quieted, the more successful we'll be. We cannot be quieted. We cannot let our guard down. We cannot get comfortable with this, which is already starting to happen, especially, like I was mentioning before, in the white gay community. Donald Trump released a statement saying he's not going to repeal marriage equality. And so, especially in the white gay community, there was celebration. There was like, oh, we're fine. Oh, he's going to be great now that he said that. But there are so many more layers to it. There are so many more issues, for other minorities within the gay community. So yeah, just really sticking together and staying with people who love us. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough, but we, as a community as a whole, in the gay community, have always risen above. Okay, what do I think about the relationship between the gay and straight community? I think mostly, for me, it's good. Really, I'm very lucky. I think that is a different answer depending on who you ask. I'm surrounded by family and friends who support me no matter what my sexuality is, and that's really great and really awesome, and I'm so lucky to have that. Other people are not as lucky. I think the biggest thing that I see, and I think I would call upon the straight people to do, is it doesn't really do a whole lot to just say, oh yeah, I believe in marriage equality. I want you to have all the human rights, and I am with you. I am so with you. And then they go home and they sit in their lazy boy and they watch the CNN news of literally the LGBT youth suicide rate rise up. And so I think our relationship could be even stronger if the straight community would also act upon those words and not just say. It's so nice to hear straight people say that they are for us and with us and they're fighting with us. But if they're not actually doing anything, if they're not actually fighting for and with us, then it doesn't do us much good. So straight allies are a huge part of our sort of movement, whatever movement that might be. So that's my sort of message to you heterosexuals out there. And then, okay, so Daniel read an article about straight people treating gay clubs like a zoo, and how do I feel about straight members treating the gay scenes in clubs in such ways? I'll be honest, I don't go to a whole ton of gay bars and clubs. That's not because I'm against them, just because I don't know, loud music and lots of people makes me anxious. But I have heard of that, and I've especially heard the story of a bachelorette party in the gay club, and I don't like that. It does. It makes us feel like, we're animals to gawk at, or we're not just, the gay best friend is not an object. It's not a thing anymore. Like, we're getting past that. It's not really funny, and gay clubs were created as a safe space. This is our sanctuary now, and especially ever since we've had to move on from the attacks in Orlando at a gay club, that was huge. And just like then, we're gonna rise up, But anyway, I'm going back to the old question. Yeah, gay bars and gay clubs are not. I mean, sounds harsh. I don't want to say they're not for straight people, but they're really not. There are so many other clubs out there for straight people, and to have a space like a gay club and to have a space like a gay bar is really special, and we deserve that place to feel safe. And it's not a place to bring your girlfriends because all the gays are there and we're fun. So, yeah. But we appreciate the enthusiasm. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry this was too long. And thanks.